going old school today. Phone just sitting down there, just chilling. Oh, man. You know, I've done this video a couple of times over my years here. A couple of years that I've been driving now. Coming up on my 4th year. And I get this question all the time. You know, what's my pay going to be like in my first year? How do you handle being away from home? And so forth and so on. So we're going to get into this. We're going to dive in deep. So here you go. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Oh no, drop the shit. Let's talk about this for a minute. Alright, look. The first thing you need to do I'm sorry. Totally got distracted there. First thing you need to do if you're deciding on or even thinking about coming into the transportation industry is, first thing, if you're married and have kids, this is the first thing. If you're single and you're living in mom's basement, it's no big deal. Don't just bypass this part of the video. But if you're married and you got kids and you got a mortgage, rent, or whatever, you got bills to pay, you need to think about this. You need to make sure that your wife and your kids are okay with you being gone for weeks, sometimes months on end. If they're going to be supportive of that decision, then you can take the next step. Okay? That's the important thing. Your family has to be supportive. If your family's not going to be supportive, then do not venture off into this land of driving a truck, because you will fail miserably. So, if you got your family's support and their blessing, what you need to do first is you need to consider what area of the country you're living in, first of all. And you need to look and see what companies are in that area, okay? Now, we'll use my current situation as an example. Knight Transportation has 30 terminals nationwide. They're all over the place. Which means it'll be pretty easy to get a job at Knight Transportation. And it's also pretty easy to stay relatively close to your house because of all those terminals. The way it works at Knight is Knight keeps everybody, like for instance, if you live in Ohio and you're at the Columbus terminal, for instance, they'll keep you in that area so that way you're close to the house. Now, if you wanted to drive over the road like myself, you can do that. You can go far away and do all that good stuff, but you have options. And what you want to do is you want to find a company that's going to give you options. You're going to want to look and see what type of accounts those companies have, what type of pay they have, what type of benefits, what type of vacation. Do they have APUs and power inverters and refrigerators and direct TV and all that other good stuff. And what you need to do is you need to look at all these different companies and weigh out the pros and the cons. Try to get a hold of some of the drivers at some of those companies. Talk to a few of them. Say, hey, what do you think? You know, or like you're doing right now. You're pulling up information on YouTube, you know. Okay? Do your homework on the companies first. Then what you're going to want to do, and this is even before you've gotten your CDL yet, you're going to want to find out if that trucking company has a school. Okay? The best way to do it before you, if you're going to go to like a third-party school or whatever, you want to try to get a pre-hire at the company of your choice. Call up that company, put in an application, say, hey, so-and-so, I plan on going to truck driving school here in the next month with a graduation date of such and such, and see if you can get hired on before you even get your CDL. Most of these companies, these starter companies, have training programs where once you get your CDL, you come on over to them, you go through orientation, you go out with a trainer for a couple of weeks, and they verify that you're good to go, and then you start driving. But, like, my experience, I went to Roadmasters, okay? And you go to Roadmasters, it's a 3-week school to get your CDL. And then, during that 3-week time frame, you're filling out applications to companies, and you're trying to, there's different companies coming in and talking with you and whatnot. Well, get your pre-hire done before you even go to school, whether it's Roadmasters or any other school. Get that pre-hire out of the way. That way you've got peace of mind, and you know that when you graduate your school, you're going to go to a company that's going to train you, and you're going to be good to go. Most companies have tuition reimbursement for those expensive schools out there. And you'll be able to pay that all back. It's no big deal. So don't let the price of the school steer you away. There's ways to figure it out, okay? I'm going to try not to dive too deep into detail with all this stuff. I'm just going to try to cover the basics so that way you guys kind of have an idea. Because like I said, I get this question all the time. So, once you get your school down, and now you're with the company of your choice, you're going to be with a trainer in his truck for, a period of time. Night transportation is like 4 weeks. I know Werner is like a couple more weeks than that, and Prime is even longer than that. So like I said, that all comes down to the choosing of what company. The main thing you need to worry about in your first year of driving, like I said, is pick the company with the highest pay and the best home time, okay? I believe that once you're done with your training, if I'm not mistaken, when you're done with your training and you're done your probationary period at night transportation, it's like 90 days or something like that. It's like 30,000 mile probationary period. So 4 weeks with the trainer and then 30,000 miles. And then once you do that, you get bumped up to like 38 or 39 cents a mile, starting out, fresh out of school, fresh out of training. That's night transportation. I can't really speak for the other companies because I don't know what they got going on. But like I said, you need to find the highest paying gig and the best gig that's going to keep you close to the house. Okay? And then you just need to get out here and do it. I get the question, how much is pay going to be like the first year? Well, that all depends on the company you've chosen, and how you run your truck. Some guys, when they first get out here the first year, they're learning the logs, they're learning the roads, they're learning, all these different things that come into play as far as how much you're going to make in your first year. Well, like I said, that depends on how you run. If you can manage your clock and you can get your loads delivered on time, and your driver manager continues giving you, a pre-plan one after, that, and you're not sitting all the time, then you're going to make decent money. You can make, $40,000 or even more in your first year, depending on how hard you run. Now, with all that being said, yes, there's money to be made out here, but this job, driving a truck, and I'm going to be real with you, I love driving this truck. I love being out here on the open road, peace and quiet, doing my thing. But man, I gotta tell you, it sucks being away from home, being away from the kids. But I understand the sacrifice I need to make right now in order to get to where I need to be. So there's a give and take. But I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's gonna suck. I always say it, I've referred to it in other videos, I call this my 6x6 rolling jail cell. And like I said, it's not easy. Being out here, being away from home. You're going to miss birthdays, you're going to miss Christmases and Thanksgivings and all that stuff. But, like I said, how big is your goal? How much do you need to sacrifice? Because it's you that's sacrificing, it's your family that's sacrificing, your kids. But here we are in this day and age, in 2016, where this world of ours is a complete shithole, in my opinion. Driving a truck is one of the last jobs out there where you can make a decent living and not have to worry about, getting laid off pretty much, and I mean, as long as you drive the truck and you deliver your loads on time and you don't get speeding tickets and crash and kill people and all that good stuff, and you do your job right, you won't get laid off, you can't get fired. It's one of those types of jobs that exist still. I get the question all the time, why don't you just go home and work local and do local job? Well, local jobs are great, but they're boring as hell, in my opinion, And to go home and not drive a truck anymore, there's really no jobs that exist where you can get benefits and vacation and all this other good stuff. Oh, and get paid well on top of it. A lot of companies out there they cut back. Instead of getting 40 hours a week working full-time getting benefits, they'll give you 38 hours a week just so they don't have to give you the benefits. It's a whole crock of shit. This country's in a whole mess. With that being said, trucking is one of the jobs and careers that you could really possibly turn into something. But like I said, you guys got to think about those couple of major factors right there. Is your family going to support it? And are you going to be able to handle it yourself? But you won't know unless you try. That's my motto in life. If you don't try it, you won't know. But, and like I said, if you try it and you fail, there's always a company out there willing to hire you if you've got a clean record on your and clean CDL. There's all different types of driving jobs. It's not just always being away from home. You can get a job driving a school bus, or you can get a job driving a dump truck or something like that. So there's a lot of different avenues to go down with being a truck driver. So like I said, I can go on for hours here. But the main thing within your first year is your family, you getting used to it, and making money. Because your first 6 months, it's going to suck, dude. It's going to suck. Because money's going to be tight. Tension is going to be up, being away from home, money being tight, learning the ropes, learning the roads, having to buy GPS, and and all the different factors in the first 6 months are the most crucial. So if you're going to do this, you have to already know that it's going to be tough. You have to already know in the back of your mind that it's not going to be simple. It's not going to be easy. And if you can get that into your head and be prepared for the challenge, you will succeed. You will succeed. That I know. Because I was a clear example of it. If you go back and watch my videos from when I first started, when I went through Roadmaster's school and I went through training, I was broke when I first started this game. Broke, okay? I was in such a bad situation financially, but I powered through it. I worked hard and I got through it. I'm coming up on my 4th full year, accident free, doing really well, know the roads left and right now. I can drive this truck with my eyes closed. But it wasn't easy getting to this stage, guys. And like I said, if you've watched my videos, you've seen my journey. But there is money to be made out here, so. And, it's just like anything else. Like for instance, sometimes my wife says to me, why don't you just come home and get a regular job? Like I said before, they don't exist anymore. Most families nowadays, the wife and the husband are working. Kids are in daycare. What kind of life is that? You still never see each other. Your wife's working one schedule, you're working a different schedule. The times never meet up. It's not like the old days, I look at my like, for instance, my sister and her husband. They never see each other. And they both have, regular jobs. He works, and then she works, and their schedules don't meet up. They're sacrificing every type of job out there nowadays. So, when people say, oh, when you drive a truck, you're never going to be home. Well, that's just like any other job nowadays. There's sacrifices that have to be made on some type of level. So, but like I said, there's a lot of good things about driving this truck. You get to see the country. You get to meet different people. You get to see different places, all while you're making money, And then once you get your little experience under your belt, most companies will let you take your family on the road with you. You take your kid with you, take the wife with you one time. There's a lot of good things that come out of this truck driving stuff. So, like I said, if you've seen my videos, you already know there's a lot of good stuff. So, but anyway, just wanted to kind of put that out there. Kind of motivate you guys a little bit. It's not all bad out here, but it is a challenge. It is a challenge. So, I'm gonna sit over here. I'm going to edit this little video up now because I'm way early for my delivery. Because I didn't want to deal with the Phoenix traffic. So I figured, let me get here early, let me try, you know. But they won't open the gates till 6, and it's 4. So I've got 2 hours to kill. And what do you do when you have time to kill in your truck? You work out, you watch TV, you read a book, you keep yourself busy. Keep your mind occupied. Don't just be sitting here like this. Keep your mind and your body busy. You can get these workout straps right here, and you can put them lots of places in the truck. You can buy dumbbells, you know, and do workouts, you know. Yeah, and keep yourself fit. All types of stuff. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, watch the videos. There's a lot of information here. Tons of it. It's been from day one since I started trucking school up until today on everything that I've been through. So I encourage you to go back in time on my channel and watch my journey, because it wasn't easy. It's been crazy. But we're here. And we're doing all right. So I hope I shine some light on some stuff for a lot of guys that are asking this question. And if you have any other questions, hit me up in the comments below. Facebook page, all that good stuff. All the links are right there.